Hey Michael, how are you going?
Not too bad, mate, not too bad. I've got a few struggles, like I was telling you on the phone the other night, and I've been down to the department and basically been told I've got to sort it out, and I'm a bit reluctant to be here, but I really haven't got much choice. If I don't come, the department said I'm not going to be able to get any money or do anything, so basically, walked on over from the park here and thought I'd have a bit of a chat and see what we can do.
Okay. Well, look, I appreciate that you're reluctant to come down here, and it's a bit of a hassle out of your day. I appreciate that. But unfortunately, the rules are rules, and we need to sort of stick by them for now. I understand you've come here from the caravan park, just up the road.
Yeah, just walked up. Yeah, it's just about 500 metres down the road there. Yeah, just over the other side of the soccer fields.
Oh yes, I know those well actually. I know them very well actually. So I'm glad it wasn't too far for you to come.
Yeah.
Michael, what we need to talk about today is the problems that you rang up when you and I spoke on the phone yesterday. We need to talk about those. But before we do talk about your problems that you've rang us about, we sort of need to lay down some of the framework that we need to base our discussion around.
Mm-hmm.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Yep.
So the first thing is I just need to reiterate, I'm not a full-time paid employee social worker here at Bayside Community Centre. I'm actually a student social worker. Mm-hmm. I'm in my second year at university, but I'm here under placement under Mark, who you met on the way in.
Yep.
Mark was the one who made you a cup of coffee and gave you a tin tan.
Okay, yep.
Now, do you feel comfortable continuing this interview with me, knowing that, no, I'm not a fully qualified social worker, but I am under the guidance of a very capable person who you've met?
Yeah, look, I've got to get things sorted, so I'm just here to do the best I can. So yeah, I'm happy to, let's just get it going, I think.
Okay. And I appreciate the trust that you're placing in me. That's really great. So one of the other things we need to talk about is we spoke on the phone yesterday. I just want to ask you, has anything changed dramatically that we need to be aware of?
Yeah, look, one thing that has come up from yesterday, like I told you, I was, with the daughter turning up and everything, and I'm having problems with the money and that. Well, the caravan park's given me a breach notice, and basically they said I've got 24 hours. If I don't pay up, they're likely going to kick me out. And like I said, I've got my daughter there now with me. She turned up 6 weeks ago. I don't know what to do there. So pretty much, I'm at my last thing here. I'll be on the street before you know it with my daughter, and I don't know what to do.
That sounds very stressful.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine what you'll be going through. Now, we're going to see what we can do with that. Because the situation is so stressful, there's some other bits of framework I think that we need to cover. Now, I want to emphasise to you the point of confidentiality.
Yep.
Anything you tell me, I will respect as confidential.
Mm-hmm.
There are some limits to that confidentiality. If you disclose anything that indicates you might hurt yourself or harm yourself, or might bring harm to others, I can't leave that inside this room. I'd have to take it to Mark, and then he has to give some thought about what he'd like to do with that.
Okay.
That's the standard thing with all social workers. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, look, I'm fine with that. Like I said, I just want to get this thing all sorted out. I'm not dealing with it very well, and I just need to get everything sorted out, So yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm happy to keep going.
Well, when you talk about sorting it out, we've actually got a lot of things to cover, and we've got about 20 minutes or so to do that in. We may not be able to sort it all out.
Okay.
We're going to talk about some strategies that we can put in place over a little bit of time. And we might have to get together a few times, or we might have to get you to do a few things as well.
Okay.
Now, the next thing we need to talk about is the importance of the values held by Bayside Community they're the same values that I have as well. And the real important thing to discuss with you or raise with you is the importance of self-determination. We have a belief that many, many things you can actually sort out yourself. It may need a hand getting started, but we can't just keep giving you things.
Yeah.
But we can help you find in yourself the answers to many of the questions. But it's really up to you.
Okay, I don't know about that. Like, you know, I thought I've done everything that I can do. I don't know what else I can do, but let's just see what comes of it, eh?
Well, let's see if we can help you find ways that you haven't thought of before.
Sure.
How does that sound?
Yeah, okay. Yep.
Okay. That ties in with the value of respect. Respect for yourself, respect for others. So, for example, respect for yourself. You know, we will respect you in terms of your confidentiality. And we won't make judgments about your situation. Now, the same with others that you come across. An example of how that is made to happen is when we talk about confidentiality, our respect for others is that if we had a conversation with somebody else who is part of your world, we won't pass on any aspects of that conversation to you. And of course, any conversation you have with us, we won't pass on to them.
Okay.
That's one example of respect. Another example of respect is that we don't pass judgment, as I said earlier. So that's really important, and we would ask that you consider that as well as we go through this time together.
Okay.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah, no, that's fine. I think I got that.
You think you've got that?
Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good.
Now, did you like that cup of coffee?
I did like the cup of coffee, and the Tim Tam was nice, thanks.
Good. When we finish, we'll have another one, I think.
Oh, sounds good.
It's a pretty cool evening tonight. Now, what I thought we might do is just start by going over some information in the phone call that we had a little bit earlier.
Yep.
And we will have a look at some of the things that came out from there. We'll work through those, maybe come up with a few strategies. We'll see how we go. Very important to see how you feel about things as we go along.
Yep.
And we'll bring it all together at the end. Now, so Michael, from what I remember from the phone conversation and what you just said, you were living in the caravan park, Charles Caravan Park.
Yep.
You've been there for quite some years.
Oh, yeah.
And about 6 weeks ago, you come home.
Yep.
And
my daughter's there, Carla.
okay. And this is a surprise because you've had not a lot to do with it.
No, I haven't had anything to do with it at all since she was born, very little. She's been living with her mother, Mona, and her boyfriend, and as far as I can gather, her and Mrs. had a bit of the blue and something to do with the boyfriend, and she's just gone and walked out and on my doorstep. And like I said, I haven't had anything to do with her for years. I'm not really, I must admit it, I haven't really been around all that much, but now she's here, I'm not too sure what to do.